Talk Radio. You're in to all things music.
Welcome to Rekt Reviews, movies and entertainment analysis using the latest in beer goggle technology. And here are your dubiously qualified hosts, Eric, Paul, and Shark.
And we're back.
We're back.
Are you back?
No, I'm kidding.
Let's not forget that my mortal enemy, Amy, is here.
Yes.
You're so jealous of me.
You guys started out on such a good foot. You showed up at her work. You were like...
You know, we're still very...
You let one woman come between you.
We're
it
still
didn't take
good
long.
friends. We're just involved in quite the battle here.
And I'm winning. It's okay.
Well, that's what you may think.
Hey, it's a long race. You never know. You got to pace yourself.
Hey, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't.
I'm going to win both. It's okay.
You know what? It's good that you are that into yourself and you think that.
I was going to say confident, but
you are very confident, and that's a good thing because I like taking people down better when they're more confident. You know, if they know they're going to lose, then where's the fun in that?
Okay. All right. So shots fired.
Fired.
Let's begin this. And I heard a so we already know what may happen during this review.
What may happen?
What may happen? This is ominous.
Dun, dun.
I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out. What are we here for tonight, ladies and gentlemen?
We're here to find out which of you has a better shot with Gal Gadot.
Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Paul's already out. He can't pronounce
because
her name
you're
right.
doting on her. I get it.
She's amazing.
You go Gaga and you dote on her, so it's Gadot.
She is absolutely amazing. Let's put it this way. It's obvious she's a very attractive woman. That's
Yes.
easy. That's easy to see.
She's gorgeous.
She's a gorgeous woman. I think she has a really good personality. She's charming.
Yeah.
How many YouTube videos did you watch?
How many does she have?
Did you see the one where she was singing as a mermaid on stage?
I did see that.
Okay. All right.
I did see that. I haven't gotten around to watching her other movies yet because as much as I love her,
Fast and Furious.
I can't watch those. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I don't love her that
So,
much.
Amy,
yeah.
do you love her enough to watch Fast and Furious?
Again, you're
you
falling
know what?
short.
I will do anything for her.
She'll do anything for her.
All right. Well,
You know,
I guess
that-
we settled this early then.
Well, no, there are other ways. If she asks me, what my baby wants, my baby gets. So if
She wants you to watch Fast
She
and
wants you.
Furious?
No, Shark, you don't get it. She wants you to want to go watch Fast and
Yeah.
Furious.
Well, that's where
She has to ask. It's not the same.
That's where the age-old art of lying comes in. Where I'd say,
Oh, you're
Starting
gonna lie
their
to your
relationship
baby?
on a lie already.
Wow.
yeah.
It's already going to a dark place.
Not going down that rabbit hole.
And also, she's got the lasso of truth. I don't think you'd get
That's
very
true.
far lying
She's
to
got
her.
that lasso of truth, and she also, she is a combat trained veteran from the Israeli army. So
She'll kick your
for
ass.
all I know, she might be able to really kick my ass.
She probably can.
I'm very old and I got a bad
Was she in
back,
the
so
army?
Yeah.
she was a
She's a
combat
beauty
trainer.
queen too, right?
Yeah, she was Miss Israel, I guess.
Yeah.
And they have
All right.
to do 2 years, I think it is, in the army. So
I think so.
All right. Well,
she did 4 years, and she trained people in combat. So.
They got a lot of those girls in Israel that are super, super hot, and they
Yes, they
walk
do.
around with machine guns, and they're just badasses.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So I guess we're talking about Wonder Woman.
I thought we were talking about Fast and the Furious.
Oh God, I give just a one sound review for Fast and the Furious.
Which one are we talking about, though?
All of them. They all suck. It's all the same. It's the same movie, just with a few different people in it.
yeah, they're actually kind of different. It started out as a race movie, then it ends in like a superstar, like superhero heist movie.
A race movie with a heist in it, and all of a sudden
That's what it evolves into. It's
CIA
actually,
agents and
yeah, I mean, yeah, they're
Yeah, it turns into like Ocean 11.
yeah, like it
with
turns
cars.
into like crazy stuff.
Okay, when I saw the
They're
commercial,
gonna like actually fly at some point.
when I saw
and
the
be
commercial
cruised.
and they were driving the car across like an icy lake, like over a submarine or something, I was like, "This really." I get the cartoon aspect of the whole thing, but for God's sakes,
But you know how old that movie is. If you go back and look at the first one, they're stealing VHS players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how long it's been in the game. So.
Yeah, and it just never. It was, to me, it was just never good. It really started like it was downhill to begin with. Okay, but it went subhuman when they did Tokyo Drift.
Okay, that doesn't count. But are we talking about Wonder Woman or
Yes.
Fast and the Furious?
Well, let's talk about what we're drinking real quick before we.
Well, after my long LA trip,
Shark's drinking everything.
My
after
mortal-
going to LA.
my mortal enemy.
That's where we got
brought me
lazy Susan.
Brought me a Strongbow, and my mortal enemy Amy brought me a Strongbow.
It might be poisoned.
a cherry
true.
blossom Strongbow.
See, she's got two of them. She's drinking one too to lull you into a false sense of security. But
You,
It's
you
okay.
can have
yours,
mine if you want.
I have my gal's love.
unless
to keep me
she
alive.
poisoned hers, knowing that
Clearly,
you
you
will,
can't drink
Perhaps
cup in front of you.
Okay, so now we're going to test which one of us can do the poison. Is this Princess Bride now?
Well, I took an antidote before, so you'll never know.
Trust me, I'm immune to all alcohol. So
Well, I know you had a hard day, so I brought an extra. So
you're a kind and loving person.
you.
Thank you.
she keeps her enemies even closer.
yes,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I do. What about you?
Eric, what you got
I am
going on?
drinking a Bitter Brothers beer, which is a local brewery here in town. It's called Little Brother IPA.
Oh,
Little
never
brother.
heard of
So I
that.
have shit to do tonight, so I'm drinking a light beer.
That's
good name-
thing. It's
a good
thing I
name
didn't
for
bring
the-
SoCo then.
Yeah, it would have been bad news for me.
Yes, indeed.
A good name for that beer would have been Bitter Brothers Feud.
I think they have some kind of
Really?
name that way. Yeah.
Nice.
That sounds dangerous. That sounds like they would purposely make that very bad beer. Like
I think it's like a high alcohol. Kind
yeah,
of beer.
it would just on the can. It would say you're not going to
Like
enjoy
it's-
this.
It's a very abrasive beer.
And I'm
This one's
drinking
great though.
my usual Duckfoot, the Contender
Gluten free.
gluten-free IPA.
Did you have Contender last time?
No, I had a different one. It was I forgot what that one was called. Duckzilla or something.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
like-
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Something
Sounds
Zilla.
familiar.
I remember that.
Nice. So let's talk about the beauty that is Wonder Woman. By now, everyone has seen it. I know.
We've all seen it, yeah.
I've been hosing this show up for weeks. I only saw it this morning.
So you have a fresh view.
Yeah,
Have a fresh
it's fresh in
view,
your
yeah.
mind. I've seen it 3 times. So
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wait. At the theater.
I saw it once at the theater,
Okay.
and twice it was streamed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you theater credit.
I tried
Yeah.
going for the streamer copy, but it looked so atrocious. I couldn't deal with it.
You got to go through the Russians, man.
Through the Russians,
You
it all goes through the
You got to
Russians.
go through the Russians.
But it's still like
They
that.
are the best at hacking.
Yes.
Probably had the best reps.
Yeah, I mean, the stream copy I got wasn't the best, but since I had already
But
saw
you've
it,
already seen it.
yeah, so, yeah.
I saw it opening night, so.
What did everybody think? I want to start with Eric because you would be like the most cynical as far as the superhero movies go, kind of like myself.
I don't think it's a good movie.
Kill yourself.
See, Shark, this is what it's like for us
Yeah.
with you normally, where you're like, I enjoyed this, and then here comes Shark and shits on everything. That's what it's like
Well, you know
from the
what?
other side.
I think it's for any goodwill I think this movie has, it loses it in the third act because that third act is super bad.
Okay, I really liked it. There are parts of it that I did not like, which I'm going to shit on that just like I always do. But Amy, what did you think?
Woo. Okay. I actually liked it as so I'm comparing it to DC movies that they've released.
Right.
And honestly, of the DC movies recently they've released, it's one of my favorite ones.
I was
Sure, that's a low bar though.
I was
I know.
I hear a
but-
lot of that though. Like I hear a lot like it. Yeah, I would agree. It's the best out of the.
I was going
The
to say
recent ones.
without a doubt it's the absolute best DC.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
and it's the first comic book heroine on the DC line. Okay.
You're
I'm
not
counting
you're not
Catwoman.
counting.
No.
You're not counting like Nolan Batman, right?
No.
No, because that
Like the cheesier Superman ones.
yeah,
like
No.
recently.
the Nolan films. I don't even see those as DC films.
No.
They're not. They're Nolan films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Like Suicide Squad, you know what, I liked it, but looking back, it was pretty bad. But I'm a Suicide Squad fan, so I
Right.
think that's why I liked it. But for taking a huge iconic woman, character and making it her own movie, and Halle Berry's Catwoman does not count. Okay.
I completely forgot about that movie until you mentioned it.
Because I'm thinking of lead characters. Like, I
never
really wish
saw
they
that
would make
thing.
a really good Catwoman movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. So as Wonder Woman, at first when I heard this unknown actress was going to play her, I was very skeptical. I was actually very disappointed. And looking at it now, I'm like, okay, I understand. You know, there, like Shark said, there are some scenes in the movie where I was like, really? Like I was like rolling my eyes.
There's a lot in this movie that's eye rolling.
Yeah. But I overall I enjoyed it. I really did. I think they did pretty good, and I want to give props to Robin Wright's Penn, who
She was
played.
awesome.
She was badass.
She was awesome.
She was badass.
I'm super. I
That's,
think it's great how well
Underwood?
it's doing. Yeah,
Claire Underwood?
Claire Underwood.
Yeah,
yes.
she's pretty badass.
I love that it's doing well. It's really cool to see like a chick superhero that is being this well received. So that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, Paul, what did you think?
Mixed feelings. I was going into it thinking it's a really, really good movie because everybody loves it and you guys have been hyping it up. And I'm sitting
Right.
through it and I was like, there's a lot of like crappy shit in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And overall, I enjoyed it, but so originally I thought it was going to be dog shit, and then
Yeah.
everyone said it was great, so I thought it was really, really good, and then so I landed kind of in the middle where it was probably the middle section was probably the strongest
Yeah.
for me. Like the beginning and the end got really, really cheesed out.
I can tell you why I thoroughly enjoyed it. Number one, because just like you, I thought it was going to be total dog shit.
Yeah.
Just like I thought that they were going to be like, okay, even though it's taken like 75 years for this movie to get done, I thought that they were going to be like, listen, DC is trying to catch up to Marvel now, so we need to roll out as many of these standalones as we can, so that we can catch up to them, so we can have our Avengers, and excuse me, and let it roll like that. I also thought that because most of the superhero movies are dog shit anyway, that this would just be another dog shit superhero movie. I like it so much, not so much as just a film. I like it as a superhero film. I think as a superhero film, it's really good. It has a dark side to it. It has a slight comedy edge to it, which I can't like outside of Deadpool, because Deadpool is a movie that is a film that they don't take themselves seriously. It's just supposed to be that. Okay, but
I think there was a pretty good balance with it, with the comedy that was in
Exactly.
there. I think it was just enough, not too overboard. Not
I think those are the best parts of the movie.
Yeah.
I think.
yeah. But so now, I think that Gal Gadot as the Wonder Woman character was a perfect pick. Okay, because she's supposed to be this very, very beautiful woman. So much so that like even in the movie when she comes to to England, they have to figure out ways for her to not be so stunning, like so she's not having
Put glasses on her.
Yeah,
Make
put
her
glasses
ugly.
on.
but I like that part because the secretary basically goes, so you think putting glasses on her is going to make her? She's still like the most beautiful person you've ever seen. So
Best character of the movie, the secretary.
Yeah.
she was
I
very
love the
good.
secretary.
She should have had more parts.
Yeah,
to
she should
it.
have been.
She
She was
was-
a great foil for us, Wonder Woman. I thought
She's
it
the
would have been
chick
great to have her
from the original
Office.
Office.
Yeah, that was cool to see her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was
That
really
makes
fun.
sense.
I also like the fact that they didn't make the Wonder Woman character this big bodybuilder,
Right.
crazy looking bodybuilder chick.
Like
That-
cartoony in a way. you know?
Exactly.
Because when I thought of Wonder Woman, like China, the wrestler,
Yeah.
that's my image. And that's why I was saying, like, when they chose her, because she's very lean,
Yeah.
how are they going to bulk her up, quotation? But they actually made her really nice and lean, but
Yeah.
strong, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
It wasn't too cartoony.
It was a little cartoony.
I don't.
She was like a model of beating up dudes.
Yeah,
it was,
yeah,
it was
it
a little
was-
cartoony.
yeah. Those scenes didn't work for me
Yeah, they didn't work for
very
me
much.
either.
Well,
and like the
but
cuffs
see-
of submission.
Yeah, well, I thought the dumbest thing in the movie is what they should have kept out is the lasso.
Yeah.
That-
You have
that's-
to I agree. The lasso is stupid, and I kind of gave him a pass on that. I'm like,
In a battle scene,
But doesn't it
it's
seem
like Batman and the stupid boomerang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but doesn't
You
it,
gotta have it.
Doesn't it seem like they even tried to make a joke out of the fact that was in it?
Yeah. I think they did.
Yeah, and you got to give props. I can't remember the.
Too bad her
director's name.
invisible jet wasn't in it.
Yeah.
I was hoping,
at the end.
right? But where the setting is,
Where she's
it would
just
have
flying
made
in the
no
air.
sense
Yeah.
if they had it then.
I think probably in the Justice League and probably the Wonder Woman too.
Like up to date.
They will probably have the invisible.
I hope they
jet.
do it like they did in the cartoon, where you just see her in the air.
I could
hang
imagine. I could imagine they will have the invisible jet, and it will be something built by Wayne Industries, or something like that.
It's going to be stupid.
Yeah. But
Speaking of Wayne Industries, at the beginning when you see that Wayne truck, I'm like, what is going on here? Because I was confused in the beginning. I'm like,
I like the way they did that though, because they started in the present and then went back to the past.
I thought it was unnecessary.
I like the way they did, because she's making, what is the director's name? Jenny. It's Jenny something. We can look it up.
Director of Monster. It's the only other movie she's done.
Hurt Locker, I think she did too.
She did.
No, that's Zero Dark 30.
Is it?
That's different.
okay.
That's different. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I like the way that she went and she made her standalone film, and she's like, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make Wonder Woman the way I want it to be. It's not gonna be.
They connected in the beginning and the end, but yeah, the middle.
But like no cheesy cameos, really.
So was she
nothing like
flying
that.
at the end of this movie?
She was flying at the end of the movie.
She
but
can fly.
She has really high, long jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she
kind
was
of like the Hulk.
Oh my god.
Kind of like the Hulk.
That's like kind of one of my problems with this movie. I don't think
mine too. I'm not sure exactly what her
they don't define
superpowers
her.
are.
They don't define a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
like that.
but remember, it's an origin film.
So she's kind of discovering these things
and
as she goes
that's it.
along.
As she goes along, she starts to
she needs to
discover that
rise to the challenge, and then these things kind of come out of her.
and she figures out that she has all these. She
You
has
can
more
still
powers. As she goes
communicate
along.
it better than this movie did.
But I think it communicates it great, because she kind of grows with her strength. Like she starts to learn more. But one of the things
How come she
hate,
couldn't go back to the island? I didn't understand
I
that
think
either.
I don't think
They just like, you can't come back.
Maybe you can't find it because it's hidden.
No, something about she can't go
The
back.
Germans
because-
found it.
Yeah.
Oh, and how did Zeus die? Like when they're doing the whole exposition
She's the
thing.
god killer.
By the way, that was cool when they were. They
Oh,
did the
he
story.
died in childbirth. Is that what happened?
I like the.
He died blasting the load.
when they did those. He shot all the life out of him.
Yeah, that was the last of his life essence.
Listen, if you're going to make a kid like that, then you're done.
Yeah, he put everything he had into her.
Well, think about it. Remember, her and Superman eventually hook up, so she has some sort of power down there.
Superman can't hang. But no, so I one of the dumbest things.
Hold that thought, Shark. We're heading into a commercial.
We shall be back.
We'll be back. This is Rekt Reviews on Enter Talk Radio. We'll find out who loves her more. Be right back.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
You know what's all around you every waking moment of your life? Marketing. You're choking on it. I'm Scott Robertson, and when it comes to strategic PR, branding, and marketing, I've seen it all. And actually, I'm still seeing it because bad marketing never sleeps. Join me each week on May the Best Brand Win, right here on Intertalk Radio, and learn how to make the marketing for your brand unforgettable.
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
This is Jackie Bertoni from Jackie's Groove. Come join me weekly on my journey through the music business as I take you behind the velvet rope, interviewing industry notables such as Al Di Meola, Michael McDonald, and Al Jarreau, to name but a few. Listen to their stories on being in the studios recording #1 hits and onto the stages throughout the globe. Allow me to be your music historian. You can hear me live every Monday at 2 p.m. and every Wednesday at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time or 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com. Ready to get your groove on?
Welcome to Rekt Reviews, movies and entertainment analysis using the latest in beer goggle technology. And here are your dubiously qualified hosts, Eric, Paul, and Sharp.
And we're back. We
have returned.
paid some bills so we can afford our snooty beers.
Yes.
Right.
Wiped
Yes,
up the
indeed.
blood off the floor.
The battle rages on. But anyway, like I was saying, two things. First, I liked the way they were doing when her mother was telling her the story, and they had like the painting.
Yeah,
that
the
moved.
animation.
Yeah, that was pretty
pretty
cool.
cool.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
That was better than Guardians 2.
where you literally walk
with a
through.
claymation.
Yeah, so stupid, so dumb.
Walk through this exposition hall. Right
But
now.
this movie had its really dumb parts, and one of the things that I hate that they do in a lot of superhero movies and stuff like this is, why does her mother want to keep from her the fact that she's like this special person?
She's a bad mother.
And well, yeah, because the whole
She's a
idea,
bad mother.
the whole idea is that, okay, so you were basically created to save all of us when this Ares guy comes back, but so she won't tell her, and she won't let what's her name, Antipy,
I think so.
General Antipy. She won't let her train her. Which, by the way, Robin Wright is the baddest bitch on the
Oh
island.
my
She's
god,
the shit. So,
she looks amazing.
yeah, she does. And I liked her character because so they showed her she's a general. She's a general, and they showed her she had scars.
Yeah.
And all that. So I was like, that's cool. She was still beautiful, but she looked rough. Like she's been through some shit. So
But look at all the Amazonians that they casted too. All of them are different. Yet
Different looks.
They're like strong women, you know.
Yeah.
So they don't age, but they do age. I was confused on that too.
I think they age on the island. I'm not.
But they had been there for a long time.
Yeah, they've been there
right?
for a long time, but I don't.
But she was she starts out as a little girl.
Yeah, because
but then she stops aging.
No, she was the only child on the island. So because I guess Zeus created her, something like that, and then I
her
think
mother
some,
made,
with
her
his
mother
death load.
Her mother sculpted her from clay,
Yep.
and then Zeus
did
gave her
something.
life.
You're right, and then there was another
Died doing
side
it.
story to it. But I think it's like Greek mythology. Like they just happen to be there, so that's a mystery. I'm not 100% on.
They put a lot of. So I'm like I have to admit that
Because she's the same age during World War I as she is now.
yeah.
I have to admit that Wonder Woman is like one of the
So she's
comic
not
books I
aging.
never really read that much because I was a young kid and I was like, I don't want to read a comic book about a girl.
You got all these like Doctor Strange and Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to read about a girl, but now I see that I'm a damn fool because she's
She's smoking. on
Okay,
it.
I think I just figured it out. I think Zeus created these Amazons, and he's just like, I'm going to make this one look like she's 40, and this one like 20, and this one 23, and this one 32, just
that
kind of
a
like for some
difference?
variety.
that's
He's like,
possible. That's very possible.
just different
Did-
design options.
And he made them to protect humans? Is that...
Yeah, he made them
Originally.
to kind of
But they
balance out.
But they don't
Ares.
do that though. They just hang out on this island, right?
There was a story behind that when they did the animation of what happened because they
I
were
think they did
originally
back in the
assigned
day,
to
right?
protect it, and then I guess Zeus's son Ares was against his father protecting the humans, which he poisoned the earth for humans to start hating and just doing what they're doing, and
Yeah.
they decided we got to step back. Let's stick to this island. We're going to keep to ourselves.
Yeah, see, so there's a lot of, like, it's kind of crazy because, so, he created the island and the Amazons, and they're was supposed to, the island was hidden, and they're supposed to train and be ready for whatever, but you, like, when you see the general, you can see she's been in some battles, so it's like, what battles has she been in? If they're supposed
Well,
to...
those,
I assume the
you know
old
what I mean?
ones that
Yeah,
they talked
yeah,
about.
the old
Yeah.
ones.
Oh, that's right, yeah, because her and her mother, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, because they
Okay.
fought.
So yeah, I like that. Like, and I thought the scenes on the island with the women all training, I thought that was coolest shit in the world. Yeah, it was. I don't like Steve Pine. Is that his name? Or
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine.
I can't stand him.
Really?
I think he's a terrible.
I think he was good in this.
I thought he was
all right.
so bad. I thought he was
I didn't think they had chemistry between the two of them.
none whatsoever. And I thought like to have the little love story. It's like who falls in love in 3 days? Because
Gal Gadot, you fell
Yeah,
in love
right?
in 20 minutes. Who are you to talk?
Not if
That
you-
was like an issue I had with the movie because that like at the end that's what makes her turn into Wonder Woman. Right? Was because of her love for him.
well, and
It's
that's what she says. I believe in love. I was
yeah,
like,
and it's just like man.
now that part was cheesy as hell. I was like,
It's
okay,
like
yeah.
your aunt who was badass on the island. She died. Like, why doesn't that charge you up? Why does it Chris Pine?
Exactly.
Yeah, that was.
I think
that was
it's
a
a
bummer.
combination of both. Because remember when her aunt died,
Well,
she
she
was
didn't
like
get the
on
flashback.
This... No, that's
Yeah.
true. I mean, come on.
Also,
you
a
know.
flashback from what happened 3 minutes ago was really dumb. By the way,
Where she was deafened by an explosion in the
Yeah.
first one, and then all of a sudden she
that
could
would have
hear
been way
it.
cooler if they just didn't show what they said. Like that would have been
That-
way
yeah.
more effective.
But they made you believe that like her head was ringing and she couldn't hear anything,
Yeah.
right?
You know,
Yeah.
you,
And then a flashback from 3 minutes ago.
what you have to
Come on.
remember is that it's a superhero movie, so they have to have some real childish, kiddie shit in it,
Yeah, there's some kiddie shit.
so that kids can be like, all right, listen. I think
I don't think that's this though. This is just bad.
I think that these filmmakers are genius because they're like, okay, so we're gonna make it a superhero movie, so kids are gonna want to see it. We're gonna give it an okay story, and it's gonna have some structure as a good film. So, some older people are gonna see it. We're gonna put Gal Gadot in it, so every man on the fucking planet is gonna come just sit and watch this movie, whether they care or not.
Well, look what happened. Like within the first 5 minutes when they captured him, he's bathing and
Yeah.
she comes down. He's naked and he's
Just his
like,
dong hanging out.
yeah. So that could have
Real quick, what happened to that battleship?
it sunk.
How
Yeah,
did it sink?
Nothing. They just
Yeah,
like
what-
they killed the Germans on the beach.
On the beach, but
then
there's
it was
the
like
whole-
there's a giant
there's a whole
ship behind
fleet.
them.
It did a Yui. It's like, oh hell no, and it did a
Suspension-
Yui on the way back.
suspension.
Oh, they got
of disbelief.
arrows. We're out of here.
Yeah, it's like that was like
No, but see, you can put some story to that. So the guys that went to the beach, they were on the little search boat.
yeah.
So they couldn't. The guy stuck his head through and he saw the island, so they went rowing into it. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm on a battleship and I send out a little boat and the thing fucking disappears into the fog, it's like, yeah, we're not going into the fog.
You're going to a Yui.
But the ship made it through the fog though. It
yeah,
made it,
you saw the ship in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
I don't remember that.
It was.
yeah, the ship made it through.
Maybe Zeus
like-
came down and blew it up.
It's like they could just hang out off the shore and just launch at them, and it would have
But
been.
if you play close attention, also like everything, the guy Ares at the end, he kind of makes he kind of states that he's doing all this to bring her out of hiding, to bring Wonder Woman to him, Diana, whatever.
So he whispered
So
to the people on the ship, "Turn around."
I guess
Don't
basically.
fire.
So like they can get together.
Possibly, but it shouldn't be our job to fill in those holes.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
Were you guys super disappointed that Ares was not the
I
the
thought
chick, the smoke chick? The
Oh,
Created
the
the
gas
toxin?
Dr.
chick.
Poison or something.
yeah, I
like
thought
that.
it would have been cool if it
No,
was her.
I thought it was a good twist that
Yeah.
because they got me. I
Well,
didn't see it
It
coming.
would-
I'm
it-
watching-
It actually would have been cool if they made the female be Ares.
Yeah.
that would have been cool.
Yeah.
that would have
I'm
been cool.
watching Fargo season 3, and he's the bad guy in that. So I'm like, as soon as he came on screen, I'm like, you're.
Okay.
He always plays a bad guy. So
Could they have made a better name than Dr. Poison too? I was like this.
Is that something? Well, I figure that's something cheesy
You
from like the
think-
30s
you
comic
think
book.
like coming up through medical school, somebody would have said, "Hey, maybe you should
Poison.
change your name from Poison.
Yeah, exactly. How about
Maybe you should choose another
Doc-
profession."
Dr.
It's
Wonderful would be a little better.
Dr.
It's
Poison.
pronounced Dr. Poisson.
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 Poisson. I liked I will say one of the funnier things, and I've seen memes on this on the internet, when Gal came out in her blue dress with the sword,
Yeah.
and there's diagrams of how could you fit the sword on the
Stuck
dress.
between her ass
It's
cheeks.
between your
Right.
butt crack.
And they're like, oh, that I don't think that's anyway. That's just one of my favorite memes. Is basically that.
But and see that's one of those things. Like you have to put stuff like that in, like we were talking about, to make it a little bit funny. But you should also have people ask, like, hey, why is this chick carrying a sword? Like what's going on? Like, and they kind
That's
of did it.
Germany.
They kind of did it in the beginning when she walked
Everyone
out.
walked with a sword.
They just figure she's a Valkyrie.
the one thing I did kind of get annoyed with the movie is she was so set on finding Ares. Ares was everywhere. I got to find, she was just
Yeah.
on this, mission, just I need to find it.
That I liked, and the reason I liked it is because she's supposed to be naive. Like
that kind of spoke to her character. That
she believes the story that her mother told her. She doesn't know it's all bullshit. But then at the end, are you supposed you're led to believe that it's true that
right?
Were you guys secretly hoping Ares didn't exist?
Yeah, I was like,
or in a different format, not in a human format, but something different than
I was hoping because to lead to like the Justice League and all that stuff that she just found out there's no Ares, just the humans are just evil.
Yeah.
Also, she kills Ares.
Yeah,
she's
and then but apparently World War II happens. So I don't know
exactly.
I don't know what goes on there.
How does that work?
He has a son.
Paying attention to what she said at the end,
God of War Jr.,
because she says, "I used to want to save the world."
Yeah.
And now she's like, I just want to help people or some shit like that. It didn't make much sense, but, kind of is what it is.
I mean, I guess she's naive. I guess throughout the movie, it was just like a constant thing with finding area. And for a moment, I'm like, okay, stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They stopped to dance.
But the ending, though, I was a little disappointed in the ending, too.
It was a long, cheesy ending.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's just straight up awful.
Where it kind of completely lost me is the whole thing. Like, humans are evil, but their capacity for love is what redeems them.
Yeah, it's like...
How many movies has that been in?
Everyone. like, I mean,
this is superhero themes, right? Like 101, basically.
It's the cheesy theme that, okay, and that's what... Well... humans are evil, but maybe I can help them and show them love. It's like,
I can even deal with that. I couldn't deal with like Ares is like this old, like he ages apparently.
Yeah,
and he's like this old skinny dude, but then he gets like
and he gets shredded.
Then he gets shredded like monster armor.
Right, that armor that's
just
like
it's like what is going on?
Well, see that now,
and that whole in the two fight scenes happened in the same place, but it felt so disjointed. And they had nothing to do with one another.
That right there with the armor and all that, I can be like, yeah, that's fine, because it is a superhero movie. So they're like, yeah, there aren't really superheroes, so we can believe that this guy can make armor out of nowhere. So that I didn't worry about that much.
Them talking, it would have been so much better.
The fight scene was too long because the
whole movie's too long
because that
this movie does not need to be 2.5 hours.
It's like
long.
that she's going to win. I thought that the one scene where she runs across the battlefield and takes
that's the key.
That was fucking cool.
That's the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, that was cool. And then I thought that the her little crew there grossly overacted. Like everybody was too stupid, and except for
one-dimensional characters.
Except for Chief. I like Chief.
Oh yeah.
I just don't think they needed to be in there.
The one Scottish guy, I forgot the actor's name, but every time I see him, he's in Train Spotting. So.
He's in Train Spotting?
Oh, yeah.
He's in Snatch, too.
He's the fighter guy, right?
Yeah, he's like the
sniper.
Yeah.
And I like him, but I was
Did he ever shoot him? Like, did he ever, overcome his little arc?
I don't think he did.
I think he only shot one time, but he didn't actually shoot anyone. Yeah.
Those guys were... there's no need to be in the movie.
Useless.
Yeah.
Absolutely useless.
Again...
That one guy made you feel bad for being racist because he wants to be an actor, but he's the wrong color.
That guy was funny though.
Yeah, they threw that in
for no reason.
He's supposed to be a character from the actual comic books, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know which one.
I'm not in that depth with it.
But there's something you got to notice about this movie. So every time they used her perfectly, because every time it started getting kind of stupid or something, they would basically put a close up on her face and she would like smile or something. Yeah, she would do something really cute, and you'd be like, "Oh, I just love her.
This movie's
such
great.
a great movie.
It's such a great movie. I think I'm going to watch it a third time.
I don't think that's how you fix a movie.
I'm going to watch it tonight when I get home.
It's just funny because she wore a cloak a lot of the time, and I'm just like, I want to see how many girls are going to start wearing cloaks.
Listen,
around.
I'm just glad. I mean,
she's beautiful
on Halloween.
So this movie's good because she's pretty.
Yes.
I actually thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a good story. I really liked the way her progression, the way she went from this naive kid to a naive older girl who was like just wanted to fight and everything, and then she got to the point where she's like, well, I don't actually want to fight. I kind of have to, and then she kind of discovered who she was, and then in Justice or not Justice League in Batman versus Superman, that crappy ass movie, she was like this really high class, I know everything woman. She's not like the stupid little girl anymore.
Yeah.
So Yeah. So I thought
she's like 100 years old by then.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So
That's a cool idea.
She's seen a lot. Yeah.
I like what this movie's trying to do. I just don't think it's as successful as everyone else.
The one thing I kind of liked when I went back and did the math, normally it would be like a plot point that falls apart, but I was like, wait, if Ares, like, why did he help them? And then I realized he helped them because he wanted to send her to the front so she sees man's cruelty and inhumanity firsthand, and that changes her mind and kind of hopes to get her on his side. So,
and that's smart. That's
I think that was a pretty clever plot point.
I just liked how a 5-year-old knew the terms how to wield a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
well,
how
they're
will they
Amazons.
wield it? I know, but I'm like,
that's
she
what
knows
they
the
do.
proper training.
That's their thing.
Well, yeah. Well, she was supposed to be a special child, and even the little girl that played her was unbelievably cute and precocious and everything. So even though,
she's running around the road, everyone's like, "Hi, Diana," and she's like,
but there are even little holes there because she goes. The lady who was chasing her said, "Yeah, you need to go back to school," but she's supposed to be the only kid on the island.
Yeah, that's true though. I didn't. Think about that.
It's kind of weird, but like. I think
weren't there other desks or something? You saw like a brief school.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe
there's really dumb people that are still in school.
Yeah, there was a short bus parked right on the edge of the island, a short boat. But you know what? I think one of the things is, and I do this. I think we all do this. I do this with every movie. We kind of read. We think it should be more than it actually is. A superhero movie is going to be dumb to begin with.
And a DC movie is going to be dumb.
A DC movie is going to be really dumb. Listen. I
can think of some non-dumb superhero movies.
Like, well, the
Nolan stuff. I thought Logan wasn't dumb.
Oh God, ugh.
Logan's way better than this.
Yeah.
What are you kidding me?
No, that's a way better movie.
I mean, Logan's kind of a downer and a heavy movie, but it was definitely
Logan was good,
but it was definitely solid.
It was a different format.
That's got some meat to it.
Yeah. I thought it was too much of a downer, and I like dark movies, especially the superhero.
I agree. I think it was a little too dark, but it was definitely
that was a great send off for that character.
Yeah,
he'll be back. He'll be back, and I bet you it'll be
God,
Hugh Jackman.
Not.
Hugh Jackman. They're going to be like, they'll be like, listen, we'll give you $50 million. He's like, sign me up. And
I hope not.
At the very end, when it all comes together, and they have the Justice League versus the Avengers in 2050, I'll already be dead, and I'd be happy to be so. But I'm sure it's going to come to that sooner or later.
I hope not. As of right now, Logan stands great.
I just went into this movie I wasn't coming up with any high expectations because I didn't want to get disappointed, and I kept an open mind. But then again, the comic side of me is like comparing it, and then I had to tell my brain to shut up.
Yeah, shut up, Amy. We're going to take another quick commercial break, guys. Stay tuned. This is Rekt Reviews on Talk Radio. Talk to you in just a minute.
Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element. Affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs.
You know what's all around you every waking moment of your life? Marketing. You're choking on it. I'm Scott Robertson, and when it comes to strategic PR, branding, and marketing, I've seen it all. And actually, I'm still seeing it because bad marketing never sleeps. Join me each week on May the Best Brand Win, right here on Intertalk Radio, and learn how to make the marketing for your brand unforgettable.
Make this your vinyl night. I'm John J.R. Robinson, and every week, music creation comes alive through stories, experiences, and sounds when vinyl records filled our hearts and minds. My friends and I share our tips and techniques used in creation of iconic tracks for recording artists such as Michael Jackson, Eric Clapton, Quincy Jones, and Steve Winwood, to name a few. Vinyl has emerged hot, and the soul of vinyl defines art and passion which burns deepest at night. Tune in every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on InterTalkRadio.com.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com. Welcome to Rekt Reviews, movies and entertainment analysis using the latest in beer goggle technology. And here are your dubiously qualified hosts, Eric, Paul, and Sharp.
And Amy, who's still the front runner for the love of Gal Gadot. Gadot?
You can't even pronounce her name.
Pronounce it.
Yeah.
Well, I never pretended to be a contender for her love. I'm not worthy.
You do not need beer goggles to watch Miss Gadot.
I have some hot news real quick.
What's that?
You guys remember Alien Covenant?
Yes.
In the scene when the guy discovers wheat?
Yes.
That was actually Ares whispering in his ear. It was.
Say, I know wheat.
This is wheat. And I know because I know wheat. Yeah.
Actually, that part of the movie I liked, how he is kind of, whispering in people's ears and like influencing them.
There's nothing likable about that movie. It's terrible.
Well, just because like in that time period there was a lot of this weird stuff going on with like Madame Blavatsky Theosophical Society and Aleister Crowley and seances. Like people were into all this, summoning spirits and dark forces to get power.
The movie doesn't touch on any of that stuff.
Not really, but it kind of suggests
I hate it even more now because after we wrecked it, I went back and watched the other, like the original Alien movie, and then Aliens that are like 1,000 times better than that garbage.
Yeah, the first one is
better.
Wait, no, I was talking about Wonder Woman.
I know you're talking about Wonder Woman. Yeah, but did this need to take place during World War I? Because to me, they felt like Nazis. I felt like there was very strong Nazi imagery with these guys.
And it's a different war.
It's a different war than the way that it felt in this movie. Like you had the trench stuff, which was cool.
Well, the historical inaccuracies are all over the place.
Yeah.
Right.
But they had to give her.
I know you had to play fast and loose with that sort of stuff. Yeah. But like they felt like Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were trying to do that without.
But that's not true. And like. I mean, World War I was like everyone was just committing atrocities on both sides. It wasn't like
it's the worst war.
Yeah, and I was trying to remember. Did both sides use chemical like gas weapons, or was that just Germany?
I think it was just Germany.
Was it?
Yeah.
And I know that in the comic books, it was supposed to be World War II because she was actually. That's when they made comic books. It was all America.
Did they change it just for like the no man's land scene?
Could have been. I don't know, but like she was fighting against Hitler, and then on the show it was World War II as well. So
because World War II makes more sense, like with the Ares part.
Yeah, but they wanted I think they wanted to make her. They wanted to go way back, like
It was cool seeing the biplane. I like that.
Yeah,
I was just waiting for Captain America to come in because they had that same period.
Well, maybe that's why it had to be World War I, so they didn't want to overlap.
Was Chris Pine ever up for the role of Captain America?
I don't think so.
Because him and the other guy look interchangeable. They're like the same dude to me almost.
He has that classic look though.
It's racist.
Like
it is. Yeah. All white people look alike to me. Yeah.
That's totally racist, but no, he has this like look very similar to was it Chris Evans?
Chris Evans, yeah.
Where they have that period look to them, so I can
That's
understand,
very true, yeah.
Why they were chosen for it.
Cool clothes in the movie, like the suits.
Do you think they made him American because he couldn't do a British accent?
No, Steve Trevor is supposed to be American.
Oh, is he?
He's supposed to be an American spy.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I thought it was weird. I'm like, why is this guy American?
But did you see there was one conservative news guy who was mad that Wonder Woman wasn't more American?
What?
Yeah, and that because she didn't have the stars on her suit. It's like
that's what I'm saying. You can't make it too cartoony like that because you can't take that comic. Yeah, it is being all American and stuff, but she's
not drinking Budweiser.
Yeah.
America.
And see, and that's the thing. She wasn't there to help
She's not hanging out
America.
at a
Yeah.
NASCAR race.
She was there to help the world. They were never in America.
Her name's not American Woman. It's
Yeah,
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it's Wonder Woman. But like
American Woman.
When I heard that, and I had to find that, and I saw it on YouTube where the guy was talking about, well, they took the American aspect out of it, and I was like, it's a fucking superhero movie.
He's referring to the 70s with Linda Carter.
With Linda Carter, yes.
You know, and that was actually controversy where this is the first time Wonder Woman actually wore a skirt because she didn't have a skirt on even in the comics. It was like just like a one piece. But
underwear.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so it's the first time they made it into a skirt, but the way they did it wasn't like, oh, I'm wearing a skirt. It actually looked doable.
And they also said they had to make it the costume where something that some person could fight in.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying.
And I was glad they made a point about that where she was looking at the clothes and she was like, how do girls fight? In
Yeah,
this thing?
and she ripped the dress.
That was
you
pretty
know?
cute.
Yeah,
That was a cute
yeah,
scene.
Exactly.
I like that scene.
Well, you can't. Listen. You cannot put her in a movie. It's gonna be cute. It's like you don't have a choice. Like she's got like she can grin at you and win a fucking Academy Award. So
I wouldn't go that far though.
I
sorry.
would. You don't love her as much as I do.
I wish the audience could have seen the text messages we've been sending each other back and forth.
I will put those on Facebook on the Rekt Facebook page.
Transcribe
for you to
them and
see.
post them up.
Yeah, there has been an all-out war going on between Shark and the Gorgonite.
Hey, that's one thing we have in common. You know, she's this Greek goddess, and Gorgon is Medusa. So
That is correct. And you saw that she, like the picture I showed you, she wasn't fighting a shark. That was love.
She was loving the show.
She was loving the shark.
she was loving the fact that she was trying to kill you, and I was coming right. I'm like, no, babe.
She was getting a
I have
nice,
had-
sexy hug from behind from Shark.
I have had many women that love me so much they want to kill me.
That image was awesome. Actually, I'm like, how is this even a thing, and how does it match so perfectly? It's
King Shark.
You know,
King
the
shark.
king shark. You can. It can't be helped.
Kingfish.
Yeah, tell that guy I'm coming to see him. Right?
No, that was whale.
Yeah, that was King Whale. Yeah, tell him I'm coming to see him.
I will, for sure.
Now, one thing that was driving me nuts in this movie is I don't know why this is still legal to do that. Like, you have Germans, like you're in Germany, you're seeing, and you have these actors, and they're speaking English, but with like shitty German accents.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here!
But some of it was subtitled sometimes.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, like, they're doing English. It's like,
but
yeah.
you know
It's
what?
Like, pick one.
What I don't understand is I'm sure that you could. So if you're making a film about World War I Germany, I'm sure there are plenty of extras in Germany that actually speak German and or have German accents. Why do you have to
Or
get like?
it could be English, but if you're pretending that we're understanding their native language because that's part of the story, just make them speak English. Don't have a stupid.
I still also would like to know in these like in not just this film, but like a lot of war movies. Why is there an American Indian running around Germany? The chief. I don't get that.
Because the white man took his land.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So he went to Germany?
Yeah.
Another reason why these characters
Those characters don't need to be in there.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like I get the British, the whole British thing, and then even the East Indian.
Yeah.
But
sort of
what
thing,
did they
but-
do? They didn't do anything.
No,
What did they do
they
that
did
was
nothing.
useful?
They
Sidekicks.
take up time in a
I get-
2.5-hour movie.
I guess they fought a little bit in that scene in the village.
Okay, now so the scene the scene where you first see the sniper guy. Okay, he's English. How is he
Why
in
isn't
a
he
bar
not-
in Germany?
Yeah, shouldn't he have been
Just
drafted already?
Yeah, just an English guy in Germany just fighting people in the bar because the bar's got to be all German. So they'd be like, "We're not going to fight you. We're just going to cut your throat. Like we're at war with you, dumbass. You're a dead guy."
Maybe because he's a sniper and he wanted to be near what he knows, like, I guess, with the whole war thing. I don't know.
But
That's
wouldn't-
the
but
only thing.
wouldn't
No, the
he
bar
be,
fight
like-
was in England.
Was it in England?
Was it in England?
Oh, yeah.
that was in England.
Oh, okay. Then
Oh, okay. So
my
Yeah,
bad.
they teamed up in London first. And then
Yeah.
that's right. I've only seen it once. I'm sorry,
It
but
did bother me, like, after she kills the guy who
Who she
thinks
thinks
is
is
Ares,
Yeah.
all of a sudden Chris Pine is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how did
Well, and
how'd you
see
get
that
here?
okay. That was this is so they have to.
It's like you had to get by a lot of dudes. How did you just
Well,
show up?
this is another part of movies that I don't understand. Like,
did that a lot
So
in this
they
movie.
have to have like he's supposed to be a hero type character, so he's got to be chivalrous because of the woman.
But he can't be stronger than her.
But see that's the thing. So there's so many scenes where he's like, Diana, look out. And it's like, she's inhuman. She's not going to get hurt. Like she doesn't need you to tell her to watch out. And like when he did, after she killed the fake Ares guy, he was running up there like he was going to save her. It's like, she doesn't need your help. You need her help. Like, so that's why I couldn't understand when she got up and she was running across the field and he was like, "No, don't go out there." It's like, she can't be hurt. Like you were on the island.
I don't think he quite knew the extent of her powers yet.
Yeah, because remember,
she
kind of like us, the audience.
I got it that because they explained it at the beginning. I thought the dumbest scene was the two of them on the little boat.
Cuddling.
The
cuddle
thing.
scene.
I was
The sex scene.
I was like,
You
this
know,
is
she
so
was
stupid.
waiting for it. She was just like, dude, I'm right here.
Yeah.
And he's like, no.
I like how he was coy about it, and then later on he was trying to seduce what's her name.
I was gonna say coy or gay because
No, he was being coy, but then he's all like sexy seductive with the gas chick, Mrs. Poison.
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
her name is.
Oh,
It's like,
he was. Well, remember, he's a spy, so
he's
like, he'll put out for his country, but
Yep.
he won't put out for.
Well,
Absolutely.
they eventually put out. Remember the hotel room scene? We know what happened.
Why was that scene?
I don't think that was necessary, but it's like whatever. They have to add
it's
that in
just so
there.
you don't think that Wonder Woman is a 100-year-old virgin by the
Yeah.
end of it.
And the teaching
I
her
thought it would've been
teaching her to
cooler.
dance sort of thing.
I thought it would have been cooler if she instigated it instead of him.
Didn't she kind of do it though in the boat? Though she was kind of instigating. So
Yeah, she was throwing some heat.
Yeah.
I've read all
Well, she
12
was telling him how-
treatises on pleasure.
He's like,
Well, she didn't know what it was then. I guess she kind of wised up as it.
I thought that the only good thing about that is that she had never seen a man before, so she was like, she's nice. She's trying to figure out exactly what a man is.
Are you an average? Are you an average man?
Are you an average man? Yeah.
I mean, come on, hello again, the bass scene, dong all out.
Yeah, and
I'm below average lengthwise, but girthwise, I'm well above.
How stupid was that? What is that?
It's a
and
watch.
they pan down. Oh, it's a watch. I was like, oh, bravo. That's
Well, I mean,
that's
come
hilarious.
on, you have 7-year-old girls watching it, so can't really make it too.
They should make the version for the older people. Oh,
That's
what's
what I'm
that?
saying.
That's my cack. Is what it is.
That's what I'm saying. Comics are
Did
meant
you-
to have a dark side to it, and that's
Did you
why.
like the symmetry with 2 hands on his penis and there's 2 hands on the watch?
Ooh,
Whoa.
Yeah, look at that, huh?
You just went
no!
Check you out, Mr. Artsy. What's in that
Wow.
beer you're drinking anyway?
What time is the last showing tonight for that movie? I might have to watch it again.
I'm
deep. No,
telling
it's
you,
the big hand and the little hand.
I'm telling you,
The big hand moves way faster.
we should polish off a bottle of Southern Comfort and all go see it again together.
I will never watch this movie.
You will have to get this man completely loaded, and he probably still won't
Even
watch
then.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can get me loaded enough to where I'll just pass out, then fine. I don't want to ever see this movie.
I do. One thing we haven't really talked too much about is Robin Wright Penn in the movie. I thought, to be perfectly honest, I thought she stole the movie, and like she was out of it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But she was
Spoiler.
the most hardcore. Yeah, spoiler. If you haven't seen it, then shame on you. But
She was fine.
she was the most hardcore in the whole
Like,
thing.
They should
I
have given
wasn't-
her more screen time.
I don't know. I wasn't that
think
blown
it
away
was
by it.
good.
It was fine.
She
Yeah.
has got such like.
I like
after-
the secretary better.
Yeah,
Wanted more of her.
Yeah, she was cool. But after playing Robin Wright, like,
I don't watch
started
House of
in-
Cards though. So
Oh, you don't? It's a great show.
You
I
should.
heard she was
the
really
first
good.
season was
She's
great.
awesome.
I watched the second season and was
Well,
sadly disappointed by it.
it's still a really good show, but you'll hate it in the third season because the
that's what I
the
hear.
Underwoods are cartoonishly bad. They're
Yeah,
just-
that's what I hear.
they're
Like,
just
they were
like-
cartoony in the second season.
Oh,
so
this
it's like,
this one they're just evil for no reason. You know, it's just like where he's like One Nation Underwood. Like they're gonna run. They're gonna. It's all about Trump now. They're trying to out Trump. But Robin Wright, like for her to go from like this quiet, innocent, pretty girl in The Princess Bride to like she's just
like a
fucking
badass
hardcore
bitch.
now. Like
Yeah.
she looks so rough. She's still a beautiful woman, but she just looks really rough. Like don't fuck with me, sort of.
Princess Buttercup had a hard life.
Princess Buttercup was cool. And-
yeah, she married Frank Underwood.
Well, it's very funny because, like, so when The Princess Bride, you guys were probably children when The Princess Bride first came out, but
Totally.
I myself was in college, so
What?
yeah.
Have you read the book?
No, I never read the book, but any of my friends will tell you that I was totally in love with Princess Buttercup. I was like, I will go see this movie over and over again just to see her because she's awesome.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Now,
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
now with Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot.
Shark likes movies with hot women in it.
Yeah, you could say that.
Shocker.
Yeah, but those are to be. I mean, for most part, those are to just be watched at home. Like, I've seen 15 minutes of this. She's hot. Time to turn. This movie I actually liked. I thought it was good. I think it's a good setup. I think we're all going to be like really, really underwhelmed with Justice League.
I'm scared, actually.
I think it's going to be terrible. Like I just like absolutely terrible.
The best thing about Justice League is Gal and Jason.
Jason
I don't know
Momoa.
who's that?
Jason Momoa.
He plays Aquaman.
The
And
guy
then
from Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Conan?
Yes.
Yeah. Which, by the way, why did they remake Conan? It was terrible.
Boo.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I don't know if he's a good actor or not.
I just want to see him.
He was all right in Game of Thrones, but he didn't do a whole lot in it.
No, he didn't. He just
He
had
like
sex
4
and
lines in that movie, in that show.
ruled everybody.
See, I think I think Justice League is going to be really bad because, like, first of all, I don't know. Are they even going to bring Superman back in it? I don't know, but like
course they
Superman
are.
ruins everything.
Yeah. I think that Wonder Woman is going to be kind of like she is in this movie, kind of understated and very serious. Same thing with Aquaman. Looked like from the trailers, it's like he's super serious in the movie and just wants to kill everybody. The Flash looks like a total idiot, and there was a Cyclops looks like a guy running around in a Halloween costume. So, and then there's Batman, who seems to be like not as dark anymore now. He's
Fucking
Mr.
Ben
Yeah,
Affleck.
I think it's going to be terrible.
So, I know they didn't get great reception from Batman v Superman.
It sucked.
Obviously, we've all seen it. It sucked.
Yeah.
So, did they take that into account when they made it? Like, was Justice League already being made at this time?
I think that they decided they were going to make Justice League when the Avengers came out, and they don't care what kind of feedback they're getting. Like, we're going to make this movie. And it's like a lot of other movies. People...
It'll make money.
Yeah, it'll definitely make money. But like, people... Like, you can see, like from a real
I feel
bad
like
movie...
this movie may have, in its tone, may have resulted in some of the criticisms of the other ones, which is for the better. I think this is going in the right direction. I'm just wondering if they continue that or this is a blip.
Well, look, with Wonder Woman was obviously going to make money. It's the first female superhero, so there's an audience that wasn't the same for most other superhero movies. A lot of women were going to go see this movie, so it was obviously going to make a lot of money. It's just my luck and everybody else's luck that it's a pretty good
her.
film. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. It's like it turned out to be a pretty good movie, but you know that there's a built-in audience. There's a built-in audience for these superhero films. So that's why most of them they don't even try to make them that good. They're like, let's put in a lot of special effects.
Well,
let's get
in
some
short,
pretty
I
people.
think this is at least a step in the right direction for
Right
them.
direction.
Although now, if like they seem to be
Still
kind of
not
like
good.
keep chasing Marvel, and now that they came out with Logan, which kind of changed the whole formula up again. Now, do they have to chase that and try to make DC serious again?
They're going to have to because Spider-Man Homecoming comes out next week. So it's going to be a back and forth.
That's gonna be a fun one. All right.
You know, it's funny. You should really.
I kind of want to see that.
I'm totally going to watch that next week.
I want to see it, but I haven't been a fan of the Spider-Man movies.
But the difference is...
I haven't liked any of them, I don't think, but oh well.
It's now under Marvel now, so...
Very true. So it could have something going on.
All right, that's the next movie, I guess.
Spider-Man.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This is Rekt Reviews on Enter Talk Radio. We'll talk to you next time.
I love you, Gal. I'll be home soon.
This is Jackie Bertoni from Jackie's Groove. Come join me weekly on my journey through the music business as I take you behind the velvet rope, interviewing industry notables such as Al Di Meola, Michael McDonald, and Al Jarreau, to name but a few. Listen to their stories on being in the studios recording #1 hits and onto the stages throughout the globe. Allow me to be your music historian. You can hear me live every Monday at 2 p.m. and every Wednesday at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time or 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com. Ready to get your groove on?
Hi, this is Tim Dolbear from Eclectica Studios. I'm a full-time mixing and recording engineer. I work with Grammy winners, labels, and indie artists, using state-of-the-art digital mixing and restoration tools and the very best in analog gear. Really, though, it's my ability to bring tracks to life and fulfill your vision for your music. This has made me sought after by producers and artists worldwide. So spend your time working on music and not chasing a mix down a rabbit hole. Go to timdolbear.com and check out our free one-song mix offer.
You know what's all around you every waking moment of your life? Marketing. You're choking on it. I'm Scott Robertson, and when it comes to strategic PR, branding, and marketing, I've seen it all. And actually, I'm still seeing it because bad marketing never sleeps. Join me each week on May the Best Brand Win, right here on Intertalk Radio, and learn how to make the marketing for your brand unforgettable.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.